Hey there, we did a recent webinar on our shipping update to Stratify, our web application used on the desktop or laptop. And with that update, you can complete the entire shipping process, including purchasing shipping, through Stratify. And you can send your box contents with either 2D barcodes or with feeds, the way you've normally done it through Stratify. But I wanted to go over some of the pros and cons of each one so you knew. The important thing about the update, though, is that as long as you do the entire shipment process, include paying for shipping and printing your shipping labels through Stratify, whether you use 2D barcodes or the box content feeds, it will avoid that box label numbering issue that was happening in Seller Central. So basically, you bypass Seller Central altogether, and it's all done within Stratify, our web application. So either method is great. Just make sure you use the full shipping workflow completed within Stratify. So I'm going to go into the pros and cons of each, starting with 2D barcodes. So one pro is not having to wait for feeds to submit your box contents. We provide this through the third label that you put on your box. And just FYI, all labels have to go on one side of the box. So you're going to get your 2 shipping labels, one for FBA, one for your partner carrier, and then you'll have the third label, which is 2D barcodes, and they all go on the same side of the box. Now, if feeds are down, you don't have to wait for them to get your shipments out if you use 2D barcodes, because all that information is in the barcode. The cons, another label on the box, so added cost, even though it's minimal. And you won't get any of the notifications like you do through feeds, such as expiration dates missing, that sort of thing, because that all comes through the feeds with Amazon, and so 2D Barcodes doesn't provide that at this time. Also, you'll have a slower processing for your shipments once it gets to the fulfillment center, because the box contents that you provide through the 2D Barcodes are not yet in the system. If you use box content feeds, of course, they are in the system already. And the last con for 2D Barcodes is that you're limited to 40 ASINs per box, and this is mainly due to the 2D barcode character limitation. So in order to avoid you having to deal with those issues, we limit it 40 ASINs a box. We're going to go right into the pros of box content feeds. So everything is done through the API, so you do get all of the warnings, such as expiration dates missing, and you can correct them. You'll also receive a success message from Amazon showing you that all of the information required has been submitted and accepted by Amazon. Save money on labels, and since you've already entered box contents into their system, you get faster processing through the fulfillment center. Now, the cons on the feeds are you do have to wait for confirmation via the success message that shows up in the lower right corner, that little green box. And you have to have that before you can proceed with purchasing shipping. So if the feeds are slow that day, you still have to wait. And it goes back to the advantages of the 2D barcodes. And that's it for the pros and cons of the 2D workflow and the box content feeds, along with your shipping update. So stay tuned for more updates as we add non-partner carrier and LTL to the shipping process in the coming weeks. Thanks.